right, welcome back, everybody. So on today's episode of the Chit Chat with, I'm going to have my co-host, of course, and my executive producer, Yvonne, and we're going to be discussing the Great Debate on episode 10. So with that, let's go ahead and get started on this podcast. We will go over the things that have divided the country. So Yvonne, let's start with the first one. Walmart sugar cookies, are you for or against them?
I am for the sugar cookies. I love those crumbly, sugar-coated cookies with sprinkles. There's no debate about that.
I mean, the debate is because they have like chemicals that would probably kill you.
Yeah, don't ruin my sugar cookies. I don't understand why it was a couple of years ago that people have found out about the sugar cookies. Like, I don't understand. They have been for a really long time at Walmart, available at Walmart, and people were a couple of years figuring out the cookies.
What do you mean, like people didn't know about the cookies?
Yeah, people didn't know. Like, it wasn't a big thing.
Like,
it wasn't a big thing, and then all of a sudden, like, videos came popping up, like, oh, these are really good, no sé qué.
Really? When was this?
Yeah, like a couple of years ago.
I mean, like during COVID?
Maybe. But yeah, I am for the Walmart sugar cookies.
You're for the sugar cookies? I'm like iffy on it. I don't really buy them anymore.
You know what?
I don't.
If they can provide me without the frosting, then that would be great.
Yeah, that's the only thing. The frosting is too much on them. That's what I don't like. Okay, so I guess you're for sugar cookies.
Yes.
I guess. Number two, should we cancel Thanksgiving and celebrate Christmas for 2 months? Now,
yes, I absolutely agree.
And the reason behind this is because a lot of people are upset that Thanksgiving is basically, the history books, basically was the last meal that the Native Americans had with the Pilgrims that invaded America.
Mm-hmm.
Before
the colonizers.
Before they basically did germ warfare and gave them smallpox. Intentionally.
That was biological warfare.
There you go. Biological warfare. So a lot of people are basically like the same as Columbus Day. They don't want to call it Columbus Day. They want, what is it? Native American
Indigenous,
Day? No, Indigenous People Day.
Listen, with Thanksgiving, I am very grateful. And I'm grateful for one thing, and that is the 2 days that I get off.
Everybody gets the holidays off. Okay, so I don't think we want to get rid of the holiday because everybody likes paid days off.
Yes, exactly. Now, especially if you work with the government.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out.
Or overtime pay. Or whichever.
Shout out to those government employees.
But not only that, like if you get overtime, if you get paid the holiday. Yeah. But I mean, I do agree that Thanksgiving shouldn't be, I guess, because it's such a tradition now that like it's because think about it.
It extends over 100 years.
We're Mexican, so our Thanksgiving really isn't like Thanksgiving. Because sometimes we'll celebrate it the traditional turkey way, and then sometimes we'll do like fajitas. Like,
listen,
you know what I'm saying?
For Thanksgiving, every month we have a get together with family. So I would say that us Mexicans, we celebrate Thanksgiving every month.
Yeah, basically. Even if a small party, like, we still get together.
So, yes, we should cancel Thanksgiving and celebrate Christmas.
For 2 months. So, will we get 2
No, we shouldn't cancel Thanksgiving because I want my holiday.
I was going to say, yeah. Are you for or against? Because if you cancel
I guess I'm for Thanksgiving.
Okay, staying. Okay, I'm glad you came to your senses. But should we rename it though?
I'm too lazy to rename it.
Okay, so then I mean, I guess as long as people know what the holiday, like the true holiday is. I mean, to each their own. But that's the thing. It's hard to say because it's been for so long that we celebrated a certain way. Like I'm saying, like for the holiday known as remembrance. But when you actually read and see what the holiday was, then you're like...
But I always celebrate Christmas like a month before.
I started celebrating Christmas in July.
Yeah.
I started buying myself everything and anything that I want on July. Whenever there's any deals, go for it. Especially spring. Ooh-wee.
Which brings us to our next topic, which is... Are we celebrating Christmas too early?
Listen, I celebrate Christmas In spring, I celebrate Christmas in July, and then I celebrate Christmas in November and December. So no, I don't think we're celebrating Christmas. If anything, we should be celebrating Christmas in the summer.
Yes, to escape the heat. I agree. I 1,000% agree because the heat in Texas, woo.
Didn't we have like triple digits?
We had triple digits for 3 months in a row.
It was crazy.
Yes. So I wouldn't mind celebrating Christmas in
and
summer.
our AC broke down.
In November and in December.
No, I don't think you can ever celebrate a holiday too early. I think maybe like you put out the lights early, then yeah, like, you know.
Why don't we just keep the lights year round?
Well, that's the thing. Some people can reuse their lights to decorate. Like if you put LED lights.
Like why don't they decorate like, okay, let's say for example.
But then you're using more electricity. And you know, we have brownouts.
But this is America.
Yeah, but America has a...
This is America.
America is technically a third world country with a Gucci belt. Our power grid wouldn't be able to handle it. The lights were flickering already. And we haven't even dropped below 30. So, exactly. So, for number 3, no, I don't think we're celebrating Christmas too early. I think Christmas should be celebrated anytime you feel like you need to bring some spirit.
Some joy. And then, so the next one is commercial Christmas. Commercial Christmas or Charlie Brown Christmas.
So, FYI, Charlie Brown Christmas is broke-ass Christmas.
And commercial Christmas is where you go all out.
Frivolous spending.
No budget.
The limit does not exist. Except for what your credit card limit is.
Yeah. I love commercial Christmas.
Don't we all love commercial Christmas?
Love going to the mall during commercial Christmas. I like watching people fight during commercial Christmas.
You know what? There hasn't been any Black Friday deals.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I haven't seen any Black Friday deals at all. Since the previous deals, like I think the last good ones were in like 2011, 2013, where they were selling like iPads for like $50 that used to be worth like $300. Now that's a Black Friday deal. Also the fights compilations. Yeah. We no longer have fight compilations.
So that I like commercial Christmas. Charlie Brown Christmas is all right.
Charlie Brown Christmas is okay if you already have. Like, if for me, I already have everything I want. I usually buy it whenever I see it. I just get it. The limit does not exist for me. I know, it's pretty bad. But, with that said, either or. I guess it depends.
Yeah, for me, I would prefer commercial Christmas over Charlie Brown Christmas. But that's because I really like...
One just likes to decorate.
I like the decorations. I like the advertisements. I like the corporations that compete with one another in terms of their marketing messages. I like the Christmas music. Charlie Brown Christmas is more of a DIY. So I guess I like Charlie Brown Christmas, but I would pick commercial Christmas over Charlie Brown Christmas. And I think the entire country would agree with me.
I think I will go for a Charlie Brown Christmas, honestly. And you know, like I said, because I already buy myself everything I want, I wouldn't be like, there would be no point in for me.
But commercial Christmas is not about like the... Yes, a big
exactly
part of commercial Christmas is the presents.
Exactly,
the quality of the presents that you get. But that's only one factor. There's like I said, I like the corporations marketing. I like the fights during Christmas. I like the
violence even.
See. Yeah, so that's why I like commercial Christmas. It's very upbeat, very stressful time during the holiday.
Like I said, I go with Charlie Brown Christmas. It's very simple. To me, that would be a simple Christmas. Like, not too fancy smancy. I guess, you know what? It depends on the mood that I'm in the year, though. Like, if towards the end of the year, I'm like, eh. Like, I would say this year was an in-between commercial Christmas and
I think this year was a Charlie Brown Christmas for me because I didn't get to enjoy anything. Like, I didn't get to enjoy going to the stores, shopping for Christmas.
It's like when the month went by so fast.
Yeah.
Like,
so I don't like those type of Christmases. I like the Christmases where I take my time putting up the tree. I over decorate the house.
Like the tree was all late. Mm-hmm. It was on like second week of December. Ya pa qué? Mm-hmm. One more week, yes, Christmas.
Mm-hmm. Okay, our next topic is, are you a Costco shopper or a Sam's, and what's the difference?
I don't own a membership for either or, but I've gone to Costco and Sam's, and actually Costco has pretty good, like they have this eating area where they got the hot dog and the and the pizza or whatever. It's pretty good. Tastes pretty good. They also have, I think their membership is a little bit better. Mm-hmm. And they have better customer service than Sam's.
Yeah, Sam's.
But Sam's is faster to shop with because you can literally scan the stuff.
Yeah,
I think Costco has the same thing. Do they? I never heard if they do.
I don't know. I wouldn't know about this. But this is a very popular topic.
Yeah, apparently a lot of people are pro Costco, anti Sam's, and I'm like, why not both? Why not both?
Exactly.
But okay, I guess America likes to debate things that have simple solutions sometimes. You know how we are. We complicate our lives.
Yes, which is our next topic. Would you vote for Biden or against Biden?
Ooh. So that's a heavy hitting topic. Okay, listen. American politics are awful. Awful politics. Awful. And the reason I say is because everybody's in everybody's pocket. I don't care what party you're affiliated with. They're in somebody's pocket. Somebody's funding them. With that said, our current president is, I think, 80. And it doesn't seem, it seems like the job, because of how stressful it is, it seems like it's making him look more than 80.
Yeah.
So, and actually, his actual age is 81.
Oh, no.
I think he's the oldest president we've
ever
had.
Yeah, I think so.
And I think Trump was not the oldest, but he's around 70, no?
Yeah, 72, 73.
Let me see. Pull him up. Trump is 77.
Oh.
So at this point, here, look, I'm going to be honest with you. If we vote for Biden again, he's going to croak.
Yeah.
And then really Kamala's going to be president.
Kamala president. So do we want a world where Kamala would be president?
And here's the thing. It's because I hate American politics because there's no other choices. Like, have you seen the Republican choices?
No. Oh, yeah.
They're like...
their debates are very interesting.
Yeah. I've been keeping up. Like, I'm the type of person that I like to stay informed. To see what my options are. And I do agree, like, if you can vote, you need to go vote. I don't care. You can't have a silent protest and then complain about how stuff is being run or how it affects you, because it's going to affect you regardless, either way. So my suggestion to people is always go vote. Hell, if you want, go vote for yourself.
Yeah.
That I might just do that myself.
I wonder if you could vote for. You could actually.
You can do a write-in. Yeah, I think you could do a write-in. So you could write in.
But would it count though? Like.
Yeah, and so I think the worst case scenario is like.
I don't think it would count though.
If the president and then whoever, like they goes through the
Karen,
whole
we
line
need to agree to one of us
to vote. So that if
to write the name,
when there's no more public officials that are legitimate for the presidency, which is like, I think it's 1,000 no sé qué in line to that presidency, then your name will get pulled based on the votes that you got. But no, for real, honestly, I don't know. I mean,
it's the great debate.
I know a lot of people that voted for him that are not going to vote for him.
Yeah.
They have, they've vocally been very vocal in saying, I don't want to vote for him. But then a lot of people are like, if we don't vote for him, who do we vote for? Because then you have to vote somebody from the Republican Party. Because Biden is Democratic, which either party, I don't care which one you're for, you shouldn't really be affiliated to one. You shouldn't be loyal to one. You should be loyal to whoever has the best interest for you.
Yeah.
With that said, some people were saying that maybe the third party option should be the option for people this upcoming election. But then I'm like, who is the third party option?
Mm-hmm.
Which I think would be libertarian. Is what
I
we
think
have.
so.
Yeah. So, and then even then, I don't know. It's gonna be very interesting this next
year. It's gonna be so interested that there are gonna be multiple podcasts, multiple news segments covering the election.
Here's the thing with next year. I think where it's gonna get iffy is that it might get dangerous because election years are always heated years. So you don't know how people react or what they're going to do, how they're going to protest, etc.
Yeah.
So my advice to people is just be cautious of where you are. Stay aware of your surroundings. Because I think next year we're going to start seeing very heated exchanges among people.
The little protesters that usually are outside of the election polls.
I think so. And actually, there was a recent, what's his name? The Rudy Giuliani, who he got fined, I think $400 million or $40 million. How much was it?
40 million.
Something like that.
I'll
link it in the video. But basically, or in the podcast. But basically, he was found guilty because he was blaming two of the post workers or the election workers as rigging or helping rig the election, something like that. And those ladies were harassed. They were sent death threats by the Trump supporters, and these were Trump supporters that were sending her death threats. I think they even in the investigation they found out about it, that they were helping what was it, Trump lose the election or whatever. But turns out it was all false allegations, of course. And so
they filed a lawsuit against him.
They filed a lawsuit of defamation and I think
defamation and
harassment or something like that. Yeah, aiding and harassment or something like that. Like I said, I'll link it in the it's a really good read, and it's also really good to know, because then you're like, remember, in the American legal system, it's all about the law. And how you can involve the law and get recompensation that way. So anybody and everybody can sue. That's why everything we say is allegedly in this podcast. It's not me. It's only the expressions and opinions of me and Ivan.
Yes.
But anyway, so would I vote for Biden? I don't know.
I don't know. That's the great debate.
I really don't know. I can't give you a definitive answer. Like,
maybe in the future podcast we could give you...
We might do an election night special, like a live election night.
We can give you a definitive answer, but at this time, we don't know.
My recommendation is just stay aware of politics and also be very careful. Like, election year coming up, just be careful where you are.
Okay, Hollywood.
And now for our brief commercial break. I have 2 shows on Apple TV to recommend to you. The first show I recommend is Silo, set in a dystopian world where the sole survivors are living in a 144-level silo. The mystery revolving what is really going on the outside and whether the government authorities are telling its inhabitants the truth. Starring Rebecca Ferguson and Rashida Jones, it is one of my top recommendations for those who like the dystopian/sci-fi genre. It has been renewed for season 2, so definitely catch up before the next season. The second show I recommend is called Lessons in Chemistry, starring Brie Larson, who plays Elizabeth Sott, a chemist that becomes a cooking show host using her love and knowledge of science to educate the public about cooking. It is actually a well-told mini-series based on a novel of the same name. I highly recommend it if you're into the romance drama or period drama genre. And now, back to the show.
Is Oprah canceled?
Oh, okay. So on top of her being on Epstein's list,
she was in Epstein's
allegedly list? Somebody on Twitter leaked his list. But we don't know, because some people were taken off because they begged the judge to get them taken off. But so we don't know if it's a real list or not. We probably won't ever know. But I mean, there's a couple people that for sure were on that list that we know are for sure real, that they were on the list. So I would say,
I don't know. Oprah, to me, like, from the very beginning, she kind of seems shady. I've never... I think the reason why she got big was because she was a black woman who was... who received viewership through white women and black women. So that's the only way I see Oprah, that how she got her fame. I don't really like Oprah because there are so many questionable things that she has done.
Yeah, there's a lot of shady stuff.
And that's part of why at the very beginning I didn't like Oprah, because I think I did see a couple episodes from her TV show, the Oprah show, where she kind of interviewed, and I noticed this with black women. She interviewed black women. I think there were actresses, but there's and singers. But the way she interviewed, based on that gave me the wrong vibe from Oprah. This was a while before social media or any of the videos started popping up. So ever since then, I wasn't a huge fan of Oprah. And that's one of the reasons why I never compared Wendy Williams to Oprah, because Wendy Williams was honest. She was
First of all,
honest.
I would not compare Wendy Williams.
Yeah,
no,
because she's not. Yeah, they would. The people.
I miss you, Wendy.
Yes, the people in general would compare. Oh, she's the next Oprah. First of all, there's no the next Oprah. There's the Wendy Williams show. Be your own individual. But like, I never trusted Oprah, and I hope she gets canceled because she has done a lot of shady things to a lot of people, especially black women.
Look, all I know is that there's multiple stories and multiple interactions. One of the biggest and one of the most outspoken actresses that's anti-Oprah. Well, I wouldn't say anti, but like has said Oprah is basically shady, is Monique, who was also canceled for speaking out regarding, what's his name? That guy.
I can name you 3. Monique, the ex-wife of Mike Tyson, and the
wasn't it Tony Braxton?
Tony Braxton. Those 3.
Well, Fantasia too.
I don't know what she did to Fantasia, but I know for a fact that when I saw the interviews, and this was way back before social media, before they reposted the interviews again, I was like, what the hell is she interviewing? This is not like the Oprah show is to promote and to like give a little backstory of but she was interviewed, the way she asked the questions, it was kind of like judging them.
Well, here's the thing. Oprah's show was always messy.
Yeah.
It's just, it was masqueraded as like a Dr. Phil show.
Exactly.
But it was a messy show. Because basically she would bring on people with their drama. Even though, like, for example, Monique had said Oprah never told her that she was going to bring the mom. And she knew that that Monique was not going to do the show or anything with her. Like, she didn't want the mom on the show. Because they were not on speaking terms, like Monique said. And basically, she's like, her mom was money hungry. So she was just going to go on the show and give all this dirt on Monique at the time. Because I don't know if they're still speaking now. I haven't kept up with them. But basically, and I'll link it on the video. But basically, that's one. The most recent 2 things that Oprah has done that are kind of shady is basically that whole situation with Maui.
Yeah.
And The Rock was also part of that. With the whole, let's donate to Maui. We're donating, etc. And then here she is trying to buy property that from the area that got burned down. That's allegedly. Now, if it's true, probably it would be. But yeah, that she was trying to buy property in the area that Maui burnt down as helping by buying out the people. But it turns out that they've been wanting that area for a while. And what a coincidence that all the rich people that were in Maui, their houses didn't burn.
Because they had this blue paint.
Okay, so that's Project Bluebeam. That's another. That's a conspiracy. But we're not gonna get into that.
Oprah
but basically,
is canceled. I feel like Oprah is gonna get canceled.
Well, no, that's what I was saying. Canceled. So that's one of the things that people were pissed about her. That's for this year. This just happened this year. So, and then the other one, that's the most recent one, is the Taraji P. Henson.
Yeah, I don't know what.
That basically they're saying that Taraji P. is mad and was upset that she didn't get paid good money for The Color Purple.
Oh.
And she's out here promoting the movie. Because think about it. From that movie, the biggest name is really Taraji. Like, she's been in the business for a while. And that's what's upsetting for her, is that she's been in the business for a while, and she's still... And at this point, a lot of people that are close to her, according to these celebrity gossip websites and whatnot, are saying that she's pretty much done with Hollywood. Yeah. Like, Taraji P is like, I'm ready to just cut it, do producing, and that's it. Because Oprah produced The Color Purple. And she's marketing it. And like when you see the interviews and stuff, it's very awkward with when Oprah interacts with Taraji.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know what exactly happened. Some people are saying it's because of the pay. Which
I think so, because Taraji also did a podcast where she was crying, saying, I don't get paid. I do big production movies and I still don't get paid enough.
Yeah.
Okay, so we can both agree that Oprah will be canceled.
Oprah's already been canceled, yeah. I think she's pretty much done.
Our next topic is, will there be a recession?
We've been saying, well, they've been saying this since 2020, when the whole COVID thing hit. I think we're seeing it now because of the prices. Groceries are about the same as
Black Friday
fast food.
was a huge indication.
No, okay. You know what it is that the recession is happening, quote, air quotes me, is because the companies are greedy. Like, how are you going to sell me something? And I made sure I checked this year. That's why I said July was a very important date, because buying anything in July was cheaper than Black Friday.
Yeah.
It was literally cheaper than Black Friday prices. Black Friday prices were literally the same prices as the beginning or the end of the summer.
Yeah.
And then they just marked them up in August and October so that I could drop them back down in November, December.
And so I don't...
Now,
that one I would say maybe.
Now, I do know a lot of people are getting laid off. The tech sector is still not good. It got inundated. And here's the thing, the tech sector got inundated by all these people back in 2020 that were making the switch, job hopping, and then, mind you, they find out that some of them are not qualified for the roles.
Now they're quiet firing.
Yeah, they're quiet firing. It used to be quiet quitting, now it's quiet firing, and also just blatantly laying off people. So is the recession going to happen? I think we are going to see that.
Next year.
We're going to see next year... Maybe the unemployment rate might go up a little bit. The other thing that might go down is basically the interest rate.
Yes.
So the interest rate will go down because the economy is going to need it to go down because there's not going to be enough people buying.
Yes.
So you remember, whenever you don't have, you buy low, sell high. So basically, that's what's going to happen. And that's why they were saying that the Dow, and like if you look at the stock market and stuff, everything's down on quarter four.
Okay.
Which was not a good quarter four. And quarter four really dictates how quarter one of next year is going to be. Okay. So, yeah.
So, okay. So, which is our next important one. Sending money to foreign countries.
And see, that's where that's what I'm saying. Voting is very important, people. Because that's where, so the whole Israel, Palestine, Ukraine, Middle East, etc. situation, where are they getting this money from? They're getting it from the United States, because the United States makes itself known in everybody's business because, they're Regina.
Yeah.
And so basically they're sending money to Ukraine. It's already the second year, right?
Yeah.
Ukraine started 2022.
And they keep asking and asking
and look, and here's the thing. I don't want to be mean or anything, but I just don't care for Ukraine or as far as funding, because we have a lot of people. I mean, just look at the homeless people in downtown. We have a lot of people that money can be used for our people here, instead of helping fund war, basically. That could have easily been avoided if the U.S. would have said, hey, yeah, let's go ahead and admit Ukraine to the European nation. So that everybody would have had to defend Ukraine.
Yeah.
Not that we're stuck having to be the ones, because basically, so the reason that whole Ukraine thing happened was because they weren't admitted to the European Union. And basically, Russia held a fictional gun, aka nuclear weapons, threat, saying if y'all admit Ukraine to the European nation, then we're going to go to war. And they were alleging that China might have been interested in backing up Russia. Now, to me, I have nothing against the Chinese. They're all just business. So, and they're very efficient. Give it to Asian countries. They're very efficient. So the Chinese do business with everybody because it's just good business to do business with everybody. But like I said, it would have all been avoided if the entire United Nations would have said, yeah, you know what, let's go ahead and expedite Ukraine's admission to the European nations, or what did I just say? The European Union. That's what it is. Yeah. So that basically that puts them under the umbrella of all the Western countries, Germany, Poland, all those, to protect Ukraine into that membership.
Okay, so we need to stop sending money to foreign countries.
Yeah, we need to stop because we need, and then we also need to figure out what's going on with that $2 trillion that the defense budget and the Pentagon has miraculously missing. It literally was addressed this past summer, and I'm surprised nobody threw a fit or batted an eye at $2 trillion.
Because they want to distract us.
Going missing. But you know how they did that? By saying about the aliens. Oh, yeah, we got aliens. Yeah, look over here. Yeah, we got aliens. Which this should be another topic because I'm very alien, you know.
And then our last podcast.
So, yeah, stop sending money.
Our last topic is movie trailers length. Are movie trailers giving away everything?
Yeah, they're cutting them too long.
Okay.
A movie trailer should be 60 seconds or less, and you should be able to tell enough of the story to intrigue somebody and then want them to go and see the rest.
Yeah, I agree.
You shouldn't be giving us the entire movie where basically I can put two and two together and be like, oh, so they're going to die at the end.
That's how I figured out the plot to Rebel Moon.
Yeah, it just kept going and going. I'm like, okay, they could have stopped it midway and they would have caught my attention either way. But then they kept going and going, and I'm like, oh my God, this is a 3-minute trailer. Like, okay. Jesus.
And with that said, the great debate ends. Next year we will be having more podcasts.
I don't know. I might take a year off. I thought about it and I was like,
okay. So no podcasts.
I mean, I could do some more, but I don't know if we can do 12 because we're barely catching up on the ones that we have now.
That's very true. So
maybe
comment
10.
Below
10 would be a good.
Yeah.
I don't think we can do 12, but 10 would be a good episodic.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
Comment below what was your what are you for or against?
Comment below. I'm gonna link everything on the podcast. If you have any other tips, questions, or story ideas that you want us to follow up on, then just let us know in the comments below. And with that said, that brings us to the end of our podcast. See you later.